Oh, I was going to give an example from before. So my mom's in the hospital right now. 5 minutes. I'll go a little longer. So my mom's in the hospital right now, and the neighbor, they brought like their sister came or something, and they had an 8 month old. So sweet. So I said, "Can I come say hi?" And they said yes. And I said hello to the little one, and I kind of speak baby. It's just because I paid a lot of attention, and I'm able to kind of like feel the vibe that what they feel comfortable with and the distance they feel comfortable with. And I was saying hello to him, and the mom had him give me a fist bump, and I went, ooh, fist bump, and then I went big fist bump like this, and I just spun around, and I made a whole production out of it, and the kid was laughing and laughing. And at some point he just stopped for a minute, and I'm just standing there, right? And this happens to me all the time. And he's just standing there, and he looks at his mom, and he looks at his grandma, and he looks at his aunt, and he kind of just launches himself off of his mother's chest into my arms. And his mother's going, "Oh, do you want to go to the man? Okay." And he comes into my arms, and everybody gasped. The whole room, all the relatives gasped, because he doesn't usually do that. And then what usually happens is when kids do that, because it's happened before, because they're not used to adults seeing them so deeply. Like, even though I'm playing, at the same time I'm seeing them very deeply, right? I'm really connecting with the essence of where they're at and who they are in that moment. I'm not being an adult with a baby. It's not that. It's two consciousnesses, and they can feel that, and they love it. It's so empowering. Then they get into my arms, and they're like, "Oh, this isn't normal. What's happening? Is this okay?" And then we kind of check each other out, and they're like, "Okay, this guy's okay." And then we hung out for a little while. Now, I had a mask on, and he started to pull up my mask, and I'm like, "I don't really care. We're all in the small room anyways, hospital room." But the mom said, "Oh, don't take off the mask. He has to leave that on." So I knew this was a value for the mom. And I think it makes sense. We're in a hospital too. It also makes sense. But also, I don't really like to say no to the kid, but I also didn't want to say no to the mom having that value. So then I made it a bit of a game with the kid, where he was trying to grab my mask, and I was playfully moving him away like this, and we were laughing, and then we'd like bonk heads a little bit, and then we look at something else, and we'd look at something else, and he'd try the mask again, and we'd make a little playful out of it. And I never told him not to touch the mask. And then that was it. They played for a couple of minutes, and it was over, and it was like no big deal. And we went on to other stuff, and we were playing, and we were talking to each other. And whenever I have the opportunity to interact with a young person like that, I always do what I call speaking power into them. So I would say, "Oh, you're so wise, and you are so insightful, and you're so full of joy, and you're so full of thoughtfulness and love and care and humor and power and self-knowledge, and you understand things in a very deep way, and I'm really glad to know you, and I think anything that you want to do, you can accomplish, and I think you have infinite potential inside of you. You're a powerful being, and you're full of love, and you have all the power of the universe is flowing through you." And I say stuff like that, and usually the parents they dig it. These parents were digging it too. They were like, "Oh, well, you can say that to your kid. Oh, okay, that's great." And then eventually he went back to mom, and it was over, and that was it. But it was like that sense of, I realized as I was doing it, I was noticing how joyful the experience of that, holding that boundary with the kid was. I never had to say no. There was no moment of disconnection. I didn't have to use my power. And I respected the parents' wish too, because really I wanted to stay with the kid and bond a little bit and enjoy our time together. I knew I only had a minute with this kid. So I had a chance for him to experience an adult who saw him that way. It leaves an impact even at that age, So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much. Please follow me on all the spaces at Meaningful Ideas, and also and YouTube. Don't forget YouTube, and also my free course, Guiding Without Controlling. You can find it at meaningfulideas.com. And that's it. Peace out, everyone.